Welcome to the Our Team podcast, powered by eXp Realty. Are you an agent looking to level up? Are you someone looking to buy or sell real estate? Fantastic. This is the show for you.
Welcome to the Our Team podcast. I'm Brian Auer. I'm glad to be here in 2024. This is like a new season for us, right?
This is a new season.
This is a new season. I'm here with my sidekick, who's
The voice,
who's truly on the side today. I want to talk to the audience. I want to talk to you guys about something that Veronica Figueroa was talking about. Do you remember me telling anyone about this?
I don't think this came up. I think we said we were going to, but then we all took a holiday vacation.
Yeah, occasionally we will talk about agent attraction stuff on this podcast, and I think it's important to do that because if at eXp we have a vested interest, obviously, in attracting other agents and building cool networks and big networks, and I'm a part of one that I think is phenomenal. Blah blah blah, but forget about that. What if you just are somebody that's in a place where you're building a team and you want to build a team and kind of have some talking points, and maybe you're wanting to have a cool acronym or something like that you can live by when it comes to agent attraction or recruiting for your team, right? Regardless of what brand you're at or what brokerage you're at. So I was on I'll just call it a mastermind. That's probably more appropriately called a mastermind with Veronica Figueroa, Brent Gove, a bunch of what I would consider pretty heavy hitters at eXp, and they're just amazing people. And she was talking about how she has this acronym that she likes to sort of go with when it comes to agent attraction. She and her team, and it's Dare to be Rare. Okay, RARE is the acronym. So this is not going to be a very long podcast. I just want to throw this out there. Maybe you can rip off and duplicate some of this stuff. It's actually really cool. The first thing, the first R is going to be reputation. It's very important if you're going to be recruiting or be attracting how to conduct yourself with other agents, right? I mean, when other agents call and ask questions on your listings, things like that, I mean, you want to make sure that you're always conducting yourself in a way where you are, above reproach, right? A reputation is very, very important. And leveraging your team's reputation is important too if you already have a team. The things you post on social media. How about, just the way you handle problems. Brent Gove chimed in when we were all talking about that. He says, don't forget about Proverbs 21:1 in the Bible. It says, a good name is chosen far above riches. A good reputation is more important than jewels. So I think reputation is something very, very important if you are going to be attracting. So let's move on to the second one, and that is the A. The A in RARE is attraction. So in all you do in real estate, if you come from a place of service, that's going to be the real ticket for attraction. Don't you agree?
I concur.
I mean, really, if all you want is just, you want to build, me, that's not really going to do a whole lot. But if you're out there and you're constantly just edifying, you're leading from behind, basically, or from underneath, and you're just lifting others around you up, giving lots of good free advice, free information, with truly no strings attached, right? We say that all the time. Hey, no strings attached. I want to give you this information. But really, you do have strings attached. It's you're trying to get a listing, or you're trying to get them as a buyer, or you're trying to attract or recruit or whatever. You have to really come from a place of, I really want nothing from this. I just want to get if you want to come along with me, great. If not, I'm still going to give you the same value.
Kind of goes back to the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Wow, that was incredible.
I know. I'm awesome.
That does apply. If you just, for me, I just like to constantly share with what I'm learning, what's working, what's not working. Don't ever be afraid to share your secret sauce, I guess is what I'm saying. Because here's the deal, guys. You're not going to run out of stuff to share. If you're one of those people that are all about agent attraction or building your team and you're afraid, oh, I'm going to run out of good things to share. Well, you will if you're not always learning. But if you're always learning, then you'll always have something to share. And so I've purposed in my heart and in my mind as a team leader to always be reading, always be learning, always be, we're talking about podcasts, we're talking about checking in with Audible, reading actual books, being a part of masterminds, always be learning. If you're not learning, you're dying. In any business, it's not just real estate, right? You have to constantly be learning. So very, very important. If you're going to dare to be rare, you have to have reputation in mind. You have to have attraction in mind, which is really just giving. The third thing is retention. It really doesn't do you any good if you are out there attracting a lot of people, building your team, and they're constantly leaving. So there's a lot of things that you have to do to make sure that you're keeping them there, and that is really kind of stemmed. I mean, first of all, it kind of goes back to just make sure you're providing a lot of support, but you have to stay connected. You can't just bring someone on your team and say, okay, they're on my team, and then just move on and go after the next person. You have to make sure that they get really, really plugged in. So for me, on my team, I make sure that they're plugged in with other team members to make sure that they're getting up to speed, because everyone on my team is at different levels. I have agents that are just absolutely incredible. I feel like I can't teach them anything. They're just so good. And then I have agents that are brand spanking new. And even though we have team meetings where we're all in the same meeting, they're all on different levels. So you have to make sure that you're getting them plugged into the right places so that they can learn at their level, and that they don't start to feel, the ones that are really talented don't feel like they're not getting any value, and then the ones that have a lot to learn don't feel like they're so lost that they've got to bail and go somewhere else that's maybe a little more appropriate for their level. So with retention, you really need to make sure that you have all of those levels up and running, and that you know how to communicate with them in a way that keeps them in it to win it for the long haul. The other thing is you have to make sure that they really understand your model. Not just the whole EXP model, and making sure that they really understand the value in all of it, but in your team, if you're running a team, then you offer a suite of things that would cause an agent to want to be on your team. Make sure they really understand all the value, right? Because in the absence of value, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get, people leaving. But if you have a lot of value on your team and you're providing incredible leads, incredible resources, incredible tools, lots of coaching and helping, and you have a culture, which is also really important, that you get them plugged into, then I think that's really something that's going to be more sticky for those agents that come along. What do you think about the word sticky?
It's a horrible word,
Is
but it's very descriptive of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, sticky's a yucky word. I mean, it's moist and sticky, both of those words.
Moist is usually the one that's the no-no.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just leave that at that. The E in RARE is excellence. I'm going to add enthusiasm too. I think she did too when we were all talking about that. You know what? I touched on this a little bit, but if you want to be excellent, you have to be learning constantly. I can't stress enough the reading, the podcasts, the seminars, the masterminds on Facebook, and the different groups that you're in. We have the Fast Forward movement. We have a huge culture of just knowledge and support and all that. You have to be plugged in and constantly learning. So that you have to consider all of those things when it comes to agent attraction. So again, dare to be rare. This is a total Veronica Figueroa thing. Reputation, attraction, retention, and excellence and enthusiasm, all wrapped up into just how you do business, how you conduct yourself, your mindset within all of those things on a daily basis. And I think that will help you a lot coming into 2024. If you want to grow your team, I think it's really good to have those things at least top of mind.
Agreed.
All right, that's pretty much all. If you have any questions about this, or if you would like the notes for this podcast, do us a favor and reach out to me. I would love to communicate with you on whatever level. And as we mentioned before, no strings attached, I promise. So a lot of times we give out all kinds of cool nuggets and information on these podcasts. So whether you're watching live on Facebook or you're watching later on YouTube or listening actually on one of the podcast platforms, you can reach out to us really easy through any one of those platforms. And if you want the notes or you want to dive deeper on anything we talk about, please do. People do all the time, and I promise you there's no strings attached. And I also promise you that I answer people. So, and if I don't, sometimes Eric will or someone else on my team, but you'll always get an answer. So with that, have an awesome day, and we will catch you on the next one. Hey, wait, before you go, would you do us a favor? If you found any value in this content, would you please like and subscribe to it? Maybe even leave a comment. It really helps us out.